Okay, this recording is designing and addressing a topology, packet tracer 611, and we will design and address the topology, determine the number of subnets that we need. Let's see here. Determine the number of hosts needed for each LAN, design a hierarchical addressing scheme, assign addresses and subnet masks to device interfaces and hosts, and then examine the use of available network address space. So in this lab, we have been given the IP addresses included in the 192.168.0/22. So we're going to use this range of IP addresses to subnet and provide the IP addressing for the network. And the network has the following addressing requirement. The R2 LAN will require 120 host IP addresses. The R3 LAN will require 120 host IP addresses. The R4 LAN will require 120 host IP addresses. And the WAN links between each of the routers will require an IP address for each end of the link. So I've already got my addresses, and I'm ready to roll on this, I believe. So the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to go into router 1 and assign that address. So we'll go into router 1. We're going to go into the CLI of router 1 and enable conf t. We want to go to interface int serial 0/0/0. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Dang it. Sorry. And then we're going to go IP address. And that one's going to be 192.168.8.1 with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.128. And we're going to put in no shut. Okay, then we're going to exit that one, and we're going to go int for interface serial 0/0/1, 0/0/1, and we're going to go IP address 192.168.9.1, 255.255.255.128. We're going to do a no shut. Exit that. Interface 0/1/0, 0/1/0. IP address 192.168.10.1 space 255.255 whoops .255.255.128, and we're going to do a no shut on that. Okay, we're going to do run and Control C. Okay, that's router 1. Now we're going to go to router 2 and enable conf t interface for router Oh, we're in router 2, interface FA00. IP address 192.168.8.129, 255.255.255.128. Enter, no shut. Seriously. Why does everybody want you when you're busy doing something? Exit. Interface. Serial 0/0/0/0. IP address. This is IP address 192.168.8.2, 255.255.255.128. Enter, no shut. Exit, do run, Control C. Okay, that was router 2. Now we're going to go to router 3. Enable conf t int fa 0/0. IP address 192.168.9.129 space 255.255.255.128. No shut. Exit. INT serial 0/0/0. IP address 192.168.9.2, 255.255.255.128. Okay. No shut. Control C, that's that for that one. Then we're going to go into router 4. And you can see we're getting connectivity here now because we've got those configured. So now we're going to do this and this. En conf t int fa 0/0 IP address 192.168.10.129, 255.255.255.128. And we're going to do no shut. Exit that. INT serial 0/0/0. IP address should be 192.168.10.2, 255.255.255.128. A no shut. Do run. Control C. So that should have all of our connections are active up here on our routers. So now we're going to go in and we're going to configure our devices with IP addresses. And we're going to do this from the desktop IP configuration. And we are in R2 host A. And its IP address is 192.168. 192.8.130, and the subnet mask, scared me, 92.168.8, oh man, .130, what I did wrong. Okay, and this should be 128. And default gateway should be 192.168.8.129. Right? Let's copy this, dude, and make life just a little bit easier for us. Okay, then we're going to go to host B, and let's paste this in, and this should be 131. This should be 128, and this should be, paste, that one right there. Okay, now we're going to go into the R2 printer A. This one's just a little bit different. So our gateway goes here. Then we're going to go to our interface, and our IP address goes here, which should actually be 132. And this should be 128. And that should be our printer. Then we're going to go into the host C. This should be 132, 133. Subnet mask with 128. Gateway, paste. Okay. And that was host C. Now we're going to go into R2 host D. And that should get this section done. So paste that. This should be 134. 128. And our default gateway, paste. Okay. So that should get us all good here. I suppose you could go in here and ping 192.168, not that, 168.8.134, which is host D that I just did. And we should be good. So we're all talking in this little subnet. So let's get this little subnet working, R3. Should be 192.168.9.130. 128. And we need to change this to 9. Okay, and then we need to copy that. Okay, then host B. This should be 131, 128. And our gateway. Cool beans. Now our printer. Okay, this should be our gateway. Our interface should be 132. And this should be 128. Okay. Now, host C, which should be 133, 128, paste, 192.168.9.129, It's host C. And host D is going to be 134. 128. Paste. Okay. So if I go here and ping 192.168.9.134, we're talking. So this little subnet's talking. So let's ping host A in router 2, which is 8.130. And we're not reaching that yet. I'm sure there's a reason for it. Excuse me. Okay, let's get this subnet going. Okay, R4 host A 192.168.10.130 128 192.168.10.129. And I'm going to copy this. Okay. Host B this should be 131. Paste. Printer should be 132. Okay. This should be 133. Okay. And D should be 134. 28. Paste. All right. So from here we should be able to ping that 192.168.10.134. Cool beans. All right, so now we need to go back to these routers and we need to configure the routing protocol, which is EIGRP10, and add our networks to them. So we're going to do router 1. In conf t router EIGRP10. Okay, then we're going to add our networks. So we have our first network, which is 192.168.8.0. And then our next network is 9.0. And our next one is 10.0. Okay, then we're going to do run, and then we're Control C. Okay, that's router 1. So router 2 enable conf t router EIGRP 10 network 192 network space 192.168.8.0, and then we're going to do 8.128. Is that right? Yep. Okay, then we're going to do run. Control C. Okay, that's router 2. We'll do router 3. Network. Router 3 is 9, 192.168.9.0, and 128. Okay, do run. Control C. Router 3. So, router 4, en conf t router EIGRP 10 network. This is going to be 10, 192.168.10.0, and then dot 128. Right? Do run. Control C. Alright, so let's go to this host and let's ping host A, and host A's IP address is 8.130. Okay, so we got our reply. Let's see here. Let's check our results, which says congratulations on completing this activity. So we got 100% on there, shows right here as well, and everything is up and working. And that concludes this video on designing and addressing a topology. Packet Tracer 6.1.1. Thanks for watching.